Hello JSS1 students, you are all welcome to today's online English language class. I hope you are still enjoying your holiday. Well, today we are going to look at a very important topic in English language, which is continuous writing. Introduction to continuous writing. Now this topic is very important, very essential in English language. There's no level, there's no class you go to. You must write this particular, you must work on this particular topic. So the question is, what is continuous writing? Now look at the screen. It said continuous writing is a writing of certain length with continuous ideas. Continuous writing is a writing of a certain length with continuous ideas. That means whatever thing you're going to write, whether letter writing or narrative essay or whatever essay it might be, the instructor will give you the number of words which you must write on. For instance, in JSS1, they can tell you it should not be less than 250 words. That is a certain length. That means you can write more than 250 words, okay, with continuous ideas. That means whatever you're writing, you should focus on the topic, the subject matter. For instance, it can be how you spend your last holiday. That is the continuous ideas. So you write things not less than 250 words based on that topic. Now there are different forms of continuous writing. Number one there is letter writing. Of course, I'm very sure you are familiar with this, especially the informal letter writing. Especially there are two types of letter writing. But in Africa, Nigeria, we mentioned 3 types. Very common ones are the informal letter and the formal letter. I hope you can see what informal letter is. Of course, an informal letter is a letter written to family and friends. Written to family and friends. Then we have the formal letter, which is a letter written to those who are in authorities. Okay? I hope you can still remember them. So, letter writing is one of the forms of continuous writing, which are going to write from JSS1 down to SS3. Even when you get to higher institution, it continues. Number 2 is narrative essay. What is narrative essay? Okay, with the word narrative, what does it mean? It means to tell a story. So in this kind of essay, you tell a story. That means you tell a story of things that has happened in the past. For instance, you can be asked to write an essay on my last graduation. So this is an essay that has to do with things that happened in the past. Not things that will happen in the future, but things that are taking place already. So narrative essay is an essay which you tell a story. It can be about your last birthday. That is another good example of narrative essay. You tell a story under narrative essay. Number 3 is argumentative essay. This is what you know as debates. The debate competition. I hope you did it in your primary school or your nursery school, where you argue. You have your opponents and you argue against a particular topic, trying to convince and not to confuse the audience to accept your side. So argumentative essay is still another form of continuous writing which you need to know, which you are going to write from JSS1 down to SS3. Number 4 is expository essay. Of course, with the word expository, it means to expose. It means to reveal something. That means you are writing to the examiner on things that the examiner never knew before. The topic can be on how a computer works. How a computer works. Or how to prepare my favorite food. Okay? So you are revealing. This person don't know how it is done. So the key word under expository essay is how. How an action is done, on how a process can take place. The next thing after the forms of continuous writing is the features of continuous writing. What I mean of features? I mean those things that examiner are looking for, must see in all of this continuous writing, whether letter writing, argumentative essay, or expository essay, whatever it is, you must see. The number 1 is the central ideas. Central ideas. What is central ideas? There must be a central idea which is developed and disclosed in the piece of writing. That means, what is a person? Why is the person writing this letter? Why is this person writing this essay? Whether expository essay or argumentative essay or an informal letter, whatever it is, that is the central idea. What is the topic? It can be on how I spent my last holiday, or the topic can be my future career. The central idea can be my role model. So you will start writing and develop this topic. Number 2 is called supporting ideas. Supporting ideas. Now, what's the meaning? I said these are ideas that help to what? Explain the central idea in detailed form. In detailed form. For instance, maybe the topic is on how I did or how I spent my last holiday. That is a central idea. So all those things are going to write on how you spent your last holiday are called what? Supporting ideas. Where we use linkers like however to begin a paragraph, however, therefore, first then you explain, beginning from day 1 down to the last day. Is that clear? The third one is this, which is paragraph. Very, very important. Most students failed under continuous writing because they don't know how to write in paragraph. I hope you know what a paragraph is. I said here that this is a section of a piece of writing consisting of few sentences, okay? Consisting of few sentences. So it must be a paragraph work. Whenever I'm reading any essay or letter writing, and I don't say paragraph on my student notes, you have already lost some marks there. So make sure whatever essay, whatever continuous writing you are writing, there must be the central idea. Very important. There must be what we call the supporting ideas, and there must be what? The paragraph. So I want to put them together, and then you will have a perfect essay writing or letter writing, as the case might be. So I will end here for today. I hope you had a nice time. Until I come your way again, my name still remains Mr. Emmanuel. Hello, JSS1 students. You are all welcome to today's online English language class. My name is Mr. Emmanuel, and today we're going to look at a very common topic. A topic which will be taught right from primary school, and you will still be taught from JSS1 down to SS3. Even in higher institution, you will still be taught this topic in other use of English language. What topic today is nouns. Nouns. I hope you can still remember what a noun is. Of course, I know that you were told that a noun is the name of a person, animal, place, or things. That is very correct. So on the screen here, I said nouns are naming words. Nouns are naming words. So the key word under nouns is name. Name. Naming words. And I said here that they are the names of persons, like John, names of animals, like lion, names of place, like Benin City, names of objects, like table, name of institution, like Divine Wisdom Children's School, name of what? Ideas, etc. Now we have different types of nouns. Number 1 here is proper nouns. Proper nouns. So the question is, what is proper nouns, or what are proper nouns? I said these are names of persons, like Peter, names of places, like Benin City, names of months of the year, like September, October, the case might be, days of the week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. And one thing you need to know, that under proper nouns, it must begin with capital letter. Now let me explain. For instance, when writing your name, for instance, John, your first letter should be written in capital letter. Once you fail to do that, marks are being what? Subtracted. Or writing days of the week, for instance, Monday, letter M in Monday must be written in capital letter. If you're writing the name of your school, like Divine Wisdom International School, the letter D should be capital letter. The letter W in wisdom should be capital letter. The letter I in international should be capital letter. And the letter S should be written in capital letter. Every other letter in that word can be written in small letter. The same thing with names of subject. It's the example of proper noun. That's why if you notice, none of your teacher will come to the class and write the first letter in any subject with small letter. Nobody writes English with small letter E, or maths with small letter M, or civic with small letter C. No. Why? Because these are proper nouns. So the first letter in every proper noun should begin with capital letter. That is why animal is not a proper noun, because you can write the name of an animal with a small letter, except that animal is the first word in that sentence. I hope that is well understood. Now let's go to number 2. The second types of nouns is called the common nouns. So the question is, what are common nouns? I said here that these are general names given to persons. Okay, now when they say names here, it doesn't mean Peter, John. No, it means gender, person's gender this time. I mean a boy and a girl. It's an example of what? Common noun. Animals here, of course, names of animals like the lion, the tigers, the goats, so on and so forth. Places here, of course, includes markets, village, event hall, and things, of course, include the table, the chairs, the fan, so on and so forth. So all these are good examples of common nouns. Please don't confuse common nouns with proper nouns when it comes to names of persons. I like using names of persons, gender. Never you forget that. Okay, examples here, we have boy, girl, lion, market, table, etc. The third one is abstract nouns. Abstract nouns. So the question is, what are abstract nouns? I said here, these are names given to things we cannot see and touch. These are names given to things that we cannot see and touch. Of course, you should know them. Examples are kindness. You cannot see kindness, you cannot touch it. Hope, education, envy, gratitude, etc. Of course, we have several of them. You can have joy, sadness, anger. That means these abstract nouns, you cannot see them, you cannot touch them, but you can display them. They can be expressed. Okay? So that's what I call abstract. Now you can feel them, but you cannot see nor touch them. In fact, the opposite of abstract noun is what we call concrete nouns. The one you can see and touch. Number 4, let's move on, is called collective nouns. Now, what are collective nouns? I said these are names given to a number of people, animal, or things that are grouped together. That's what we call collective. For instance, the group of persons in a class, what do you call them? You call them what? Students. Okay? In a church, you call them what? Congregation. In an event, you call them what? Spectators. I mean, in a football, you call them what? Fans. So all of them put together, you give them one name. Okay? E.g., audience. Okay? A fleet of what? Cars. I hope you still remember some of these ones. For instance, a bouquet of flowers, where you have many flowers. Call it what? A bouquet of what? Flowers. So on and so forth. You can still remember what you were taught in primary school. The 5th one here is what we call the uncountable nouns. Now, what are countable nouns? These refers to people, animals, and things that are counted. That means you can see them and count them. I want to look around you right now at home. I'm very sure there are things there you can see and you can count. For instance, the table, the chairs, the rulers, the television, so on and so forth. All these are good examples of countable nouns. All right? Then we move on to number 6, which is the opposite of countable nouns, and that is uncountable nouns. Now, what are uncountable nouns? These refers to things that can be seen, but cannot be what? Counted. Okay, take note of that. You can see them, but you cannot count. I have to stress that can be seen, because sometimes students, when they say give example of countable nouns, they start writing joy, kindness. No, those are abstract nouns. You cannot see those ones, you cannot touch them, you cannot count them. But under uncountable nouns, you can see them, but you cannot count them. For instance, we have sand, water, milk, okay? If are all liquid, you can't count them. You can see them, but you can't what? Count them. So these are examples, and even many more, of uncountable nouns. So I will end my class for today. I hope you learned one or two things. Why don't you join me next time for another edition of online English language class for JSS1. Until then, my name still remains Mr. Emmanuel.